Hey everyone, I'm Lisa Marie. You just tuned back into Bank Life. We just finished part 1 on the platform, all right, for Patterson versus Rothwell. All right, now we're going to go in. I paused it, stop right where we left off. This will be part 2, all right, of the video. Now on this particular part 2, we're going to get the results, all right? So let's go. And we're going to find out that why.
I mean,
who does that? Who does that? If you are not the father, why you sign the birth certificate?
Well, because at the time...
Today you're going to learn to...
All right, so the father of Miss Patterson saying if you are not the father, why did you sign the birth certificate? But I still got a question. Why is he now denying the child? Some of y'all work in a capacity or have worked in jobs where you had to kind of figure out the why. You know, you read in the book and you said, but why? But why? And so let's get to it.
Explain to me. This first picture is
the first picture is actually, we left a doctor's appointment, and I was actually, that day, I was on my way to the hospital to get induced. And he was there.
And then the next picture is...
The second picture, that is at my baby shower.
I'm
a good guy. You can clearly see that, but when it comes to a child, that's a different story.
Well, why is not showing you a good guy now?
Wait, again, they over talking. He's not able to talk. He said, I am a good guy, but when it comes to like not taking of a child that's not his. So again, his reasons has kind of been consistent. If you notice in part 1, he's been slipping some things through, but they... You know, and I understand because they were the ones that took him in when he didn't have nothing. So we got to be careful. You know, they said, don't bite the hand that feeds you. So they took him in when he didn't have nothing. They were there. You know, he lost his job. They were there. And so, but he's still saying the reason is because that's not my child.
Jade's daddy. His shirt right here says Jade's daddy, which is her name.
Were you thinking in your mind, this is my child, I don't have a doubt?
Yes, Your Honor. At that particular time, from the time she got pregnant, and then up until the day she was born, I was there. But then at the same time, as we started, you know, me and the baby started to try to bond, you know, she kept crying, kept hollering and screaming.
That's what babies do.
I understand that.
You didn't try. He didn't try.
No.
So what is this last picture, Ms.?
That is at the hospital. That's at the hospital.
And this is him holding?
Yes, that's
Jade.
holding her. Yes.
And you look happy.
At the time, yes. But then as time went on, we started falling out. But not only that, when it comes to the baby, I understand babies cry, yes, that's what all babies do. But there still should be some type of bond with the father.
You didn't try to make a bond.
So all right. Again, his reason, he's saying, listen, I don't feel the baby's bonding with me. And of course, she's saying, hey, you didn't try to, whatever her reasons is. But he's telling you once again, he is saying his reasons. He's saying, listen, I didn't feel a bond with the child. And why not? And they're saying it's because you didn't try to make, but was there a reason? What caused him? Because if he didn't try to, what was the friction of him not bonding with his child?
Be clear. You were there for the birth, Mr. Rothwell.
Yes, Your Honor.
You signed the birth certificate.
Yes, Your Honor.
So you acknowledged you were the father on that day.
Yes, Your Honor.
So why change now?
Now, what happens after you come home from the hospital with the baby?
A month after I came home with her, he was there, and then on his birthday, July 7th, he wants to disappear, and at like midnight, I get a text from him saying he don't want to be there anymore because this baby doesn't look like him.
Exactly.
And
I had to get out
he
of
doesn't
there.
have a bond, but you can't.
All right, so he's saying I had to get out of there. Now, me, the woman in me is saying, hey, why? Did you meet somebody at your birthday? Was there another woman involved? What is the reason why all of a sudden on your birthday, all of a sudden you start denying the child? Did you hear something? Did somebody tell you something? What is the reason why all of a sudden you get a birthday party, all of a sudden, oh, this kid ain't mine? Did you see somebody you were interested in? You want to break away? You want to break free? Don't want the responsibility, still being kind of young, right? Don't want the responsibility of having a child. Want to get back to your freedom, maybe. So these are what I would personally, even as her mother, I would say, listen, let's find out what's going on here. Let's have a family meeting. Everything to me is let's have a family meeting. You know, I'm like the Huxtable, because we got to call a family meeting. Let's find out what's going on, because nobody's going to get treated that well. Not normally. And all of a sudden just be like, you know what, I don't want to have nothing to do. No. So what is the reason? So we got to find the reason behind it.
You can't make a bond with someone if you're not trying.
You were still
Okay,
living at home with your parents.
No, we had a.
All right, so we're going to move it on. All right, we're going to just stick with the main.
Please, I got
Okay, what
evidence.
about
will
it?
you
That's
show
my
me-
child. I mean,
This-
why does it
this-
matter?
Will you hand me that evidence?
It's not only your.
He gives
But you're supposed
this
to be taking care of your
truck
child.
No.
more
More
time,
why
care,
stop
and
now?
attention
Yes,
Than
right.
than he
anybody.
does the baby.
Than anybody. Than his
Your
own
Honor.
self. He care for his truck more than
So
he do
hold on.
himself.
If they can't,
Wait, okay, so now they're talking about a truck, right? The grandfather happened to see him out and about, and he's not considering, this is at a part where they have he's still not claiming his grandchild. He's no longer living under their roof. He already said, listen, that was their decision, like on part 1, that's their decision, but I'm not, I'm no longer under their roof. That's his decision. I mean, that was their decision to take me in. And now they're talking about a car that him and his daughter had already went in half and half on. And
I bet you he washed his truck more than he do himself.
wait a minute.
Because he's dirty.
half in on the truck.
So once
Okay, but that was my money too. We both
We
went
both
half
went
in that
half
truck.
in on the truck.
Right.
But then I have another car also, so I let him just have that truck because I didn't want to hear his mouth.
I actually was at a stoplight, me and my cousin. He pulled up. I see he got these lights shining on the bottom. I see what's all on the inside. I'm hearing all this music. I'm like, this guy ain't did nothing for my grandbaby. So me and my cousin, we following. And I followed him to where he parked the car at. I waited a couple hours. I got the car. And look at that. Look at the lights on it. The lights on the inside, lights on it.
that's my
I'm
money.
like, wow.
So
$1,000 worth of stuff in this car.
okay, so the grandfather is like, listen, he did nothing for the child, but he is just all he's worried about is his truck. And so now, but my reason is why is he not claiming the child? Yeah, he's taking care of his truck, and not only that, so the grandfather is mad, like, hey, listen, he's taking care of the truck more than he's taking care of himself. How many of y'all know you got to be careful with things? Because sometimes we make a god out of our things, right? How many of y'all know that when you pass away, when you leave this earth, the things are still going to be here? So, but they're saying, and his child is his legacy. Woo! His child is his legacy. But see, he not thinking like that. If this is his child, this will be his legacy. So he got to pay attention. He should have brought her. Matter of fact, he should have brought her for a DNA. If you are that adamant that this is not your child, after they treated you so good, and say, you know what? I don't have no problems with y'all. I'm not upset with y'all. Y'all have treated me lovely. I got a nice car. I'm losing my mind, though, because I ain't going to let no car rule me. But I got a nice ride. Y'all been, you know what I mean? Y'all been very nice. But I cannot stay here and raise a child that's not mine. Let's go take a DNA. She shouldn't have to take him to get this DNA. He should have brought her. Let's go. I'm Lisa Marie.
So I took his car and I took it to my house. And see, I'm a mechanic. I told him, you gotta come see your daughter. Yeah, I'll give you your keys. So he think he come see his daughter. I give him the keys. He gonna be able to pull off.
Right.
Psych,
That wouldn't even right.
I took him. He ain't going nowhere.
He's a mechanic. So what he did is he took the car apart and made sure he can't go nowhere to make sure that he stayed with his daughter. But how many of y'all know you can't force nobody to stay with nobody? So you could do all that. And so what happens is when he stayed there for a while and they seen he was doing good, he put the car back together. But then when he got his car, he took off again. So you can't force people to stay because you have to get to the root. And the root is there is some doubt on whether he believes this particular child is his. Let's go. I'm Lisa Marie.
No, wait a minute. Let him speak. I'm trying to understand how a young man can do this to not just a child, but a family that's done so much for him. Why would you just leave on the third day and not come back?
I mean, it was their decision to take me in. They didn't have to, but they did that at the time. Kind of set their heart.
No
but
time
at the
with
same
your
time, when
daughter.
it comes to a child, you know, I just felt like, you know, there's no connection.
Where did this doubt set in?
The reason why the doubts came in place was because one of my friends said that he seen her with another guy. It all, you know, came together.
So you felt like all these puzzle pieces came together and that's why the child didn't look like you, and that's why you weren't bonding, because something fishy was going on back during the window of conception.
Yes, Your Honor.
What else?
The baby, she doesn't look like me at all.
You don't think the baby looks like you?
She's short to be a 1-year-old. Her hair's a lot.
He says she's short to be a 1-year-old. He looked like he don't know about kids. But he's saying, listen, I had doubt, and more doubt that this child is mine. From a friend. You got to be careful who your friend is. He said, I see. Now, did he really see her with somebody? Did your friend see her with somebody? He's saying he's seen her with somebody. That could have been anybody. See? So sometimes the doubt, that's really not, I seen her with somebody. Okay. Right? But then he's saying, okay, I don't have a bond. The child don't look like me as far as he can see. And the child is short. Oh, man. I'm telling you, let's go.
A lot bigger than mine.
Really?
You know, I mean, yeah.
Her head is bigger than his,
So you don't feel like there's any resemblance?
At all.
And what else?
And I don't feel a connection at all.
I need more evidence that you feel Miss Patterson was cheating.
Because, for one, my friend said he saw her. So, and I'm going to believe him.
And then what else?
And then not only that, I've seen Facebook messages, different
What did
guys.
the Facebook messages say?
That, I mean, it was just random guys just in her inbox. Hey, what's up? Can I come over? I mean, it was
Do
just
I
a
ever
whole
respond?
letter.
Your Honor, can I say
Do I
something?
respond?
She responds, so it's clear that she's
So wait.
All right, so now we're getting somewhere. He's saying, because they want to overtalk him, but he's saying, listen, there were Facebook messages. Hey, can I come over? And she's saying, do I ever respond? But he already put with his friend. Now, he's putting a lot of weight on this particular friend. This friend, who I know may perhaps for years and years and have no reason to lie, has told me that he's seen you with another guy. This friend, who I'm giving so much weight to, has told me this, and I have no reason to doubt my friend. So, hey, be careful with the friends, because I hope you really know your friend, because if there's, jealousy or anything involved, then I don't know. It could go either way with that. But let's go.
Wait. Now I'm getting somewhere. So when you saw these messages, did they date back to the time period when Jade was conceived?
It was in the same time, and then she even just admitted it that she talking about some do I respond. So that's clearly saying that she was talking to other
So
people.
you're saying that validates the fact that there were the messages. Miss Patterson, I have to ask you. So did you have different guys messaging you on Facebook?
Is. Some guys see your picture, he say, how are you doing? I don't respond to that.
So
I
you
don't
know
get
that.
down like that.
Do you remember this encounter
Yeah,
with you in the truck with someone?
No. What truck? What is he talking
He's
about?
saying his old truck.
So she
So she don't know what he's talking about, but see, he believes this particular friend. All right. So that's why I say you got to be careful, because you got to know timeline. So that's why it's good to address people early. Was the person out of the house at that particular time? I don't want to give no perpetrators no ways to do it, but no, people are going to say, hey, I seen so-and-so talking. That could have been a friend, an old friend from school. I don't know about being inside of a truck and closed places with them, but you just can't believe everything that you hear. You got to have your evidence, have your fact. Now, the Facebook messages, unless you see messages reply back to, how many of y'all, let me know in the comments, you receive Facebook messages, WhatsApp, people try to hit you left and right. That don't mean you're cheating. Come on. Some of us are annoyed by that. I don't know about you, but I'm Lisa Marie. That could be annoying, right? You have random people. How you doing? I don't even know you. All right, let's go.
Yes, Your Honor.
Older or younger than
She's
Jade?
older than her. She's 4 years old.
And he's not the father?
No, he's not the father.
Nope.
But when we were together, he took her in like she was his. Did
So you've
everything for
established
her.
a bond with her older child, too?
Yeah.
Yes, Your Honor.
He'll come get her, take her to the park, but then just leave Jade there. It's not right. It's not right.
All right. So here it is. She got a 4-year-old by someone else, and he'll go get the 4-year-old and leave Jade. So he really does not believe that the child is his. And he has a bond with a 4-year-old that's not even his child. So this is a little crazy. So whatever that friend or whoever it is that told him that, he's really carrying the weight, and he see the messages, and he said, listen, I'm not taking a child that I don't believe is mine with me, but I'll take the one who I met you with. I'll take her with me as my own, because I built a bond with her. Wow. Now, if this child is his, don't you think that would be crazy? Let me know in the comments. Y'all already know. Y'all ain't finding out.
And Jay's your biological child.
No.
And
see,
you're
that's-
just
that's
leaving
the
her
difference.
in the
He's selling
dark.
my child.
Ms. Patterson,
Yes,
you're
Your Honor.
suing for how much?
I'm suing for $6,423.45.
They are credible expenses, but I can't.
All right. So the judge letting her know, but I can't rule on this particular thing until I get the DNA. If the DNA proves that he's the father, then of course you'll get half the expenses, because that's what you paid for. And we learned that in the other paternity court. Hope y'all watching. All right. Let's see if we can get the results. So remember, she has a suit for $6,000. She's suing him for $6,423.45. Now, of course, if the child is his, she'll get half of what she's requesting, because the father is supposed to come up with half the money. Not all, but half. It's a share. We're supposed to share it, right? Now, we found out, before we give the results, what his doubts were. Right? And I got to do this so that the results can come in correctly and I won't get kicked out. The results, if the child is his, of course, he'll have to pay half. But we found out his why. His why is, you have Facebook messages. I seen that. My friend said he seen you in the truck. This is a good friend of mine. I have no reason to doubt my friend. So he is putting, and I can't say how much weight he's putting on a friend that's seen on the truck. She doesn't know the date or the time. It's just that he's seen her. Boom. Plus the child is not bonding with him. He said, plus the child head is bigger than his. Plus the child is short. I don't know.
It has been determined by this court, Mr. Rothwell, you are the father.
I told an apology. You owe my child an apology.
All right. So she owes, and of course, I think he just needed to know for sure. In this particular case, I believe he needed to know for sure that 1-year-old Jade was his, for sure, because again of that one person's saying, hey, I don't know. Maybe he found out at the party. Maybe it was a friend that was at that party, because that's when he turned around and started acting up. But the fact is now he got to owe the whole family apology. He, disrespected her family but it's all because he did not believe the child was his. And how many of y'all know you got to let the man speak? In this one, even the judge was like, hey, listen, let him speak. Let him say what he's feeling, because then we can get to the bottom of it, and then we can get this thing resolved quicker. But actually, I always say he should have brought her and said, listen, I don't think the child is mine. Because it's not like she's going to put him on child support. She's not. She's just saying if he don't step up, and she does mention that, then she'll come back around and put him on child support. But for the moment, he's not even going on child support. She just wanted to prove to him that he is the father. Well, I hope you like this particular video. If you like the video, hit like. If you dislike the video, tell me why you dislike it. I'm Lisa Marie, and I thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next video. Don't forget to subscribe.